I just wanted to hear from your department just to explain what this case is all about.
County Council members got an update on a years-long legal fight involving Election Division employees and former legislative officials. On November 19th, Corporation Counsel presented the latest in the case of Patricia Nakamoto versus former County Clerk Jame Kawauchi and former Council Chair Dominic Yagong. Yagong, who is no longer a public official, was in the audience to hear the brief presentation.
All I asked for was a 15-minute presentation.
There was no trial, you know. It was just a filing of motions.
There was a summary judgment.
Yeah.
Two separate lawsuits were filed, one by Patricia Nakamoto and one by Shaila Ayao. They were later consolidated into a single lawsuit. The county filed motions to dismiss in those cases based upon the workers' compensation exclusivity bar, which were granted. The remaining defendants had motions for summary judgment, which were granted. The plaintiffs appealed the case. It went up to the ICA, which affirmed. And then the Hawaii Supreme Court heard the case and reversed in part. They reversed the claims against the county only as to the defamation and false light claims, ruling that workers' compensation did not bar those claims. They also reversed the claim against the investigator, CSII, finding that there was a duty owed to the plaintiffs. And so now the case is back at the trial court level and currently pending in mediation.
You mentioned workers' compensation. And, you know, we did receive this. I only got it this morning. It's, you know, that confidential communication. So I haven't had a chance to really read it. It's a very thick document. But you did mention workers' comp. What is the discussion on workers' comp in this case?
So workers' compensation prevents employees from suing their employer for injuries that arise out of the course and scope of their employment. So it's very clear that, as you can imagine, like a simple injury, if somebody falls at work, that kind of thing is clearly barred. They can't sue their employer for that injury. Instead, they get the bundle of workers' compensation benefits. So in this case, some of the plaintiffs' claims were barred, clearly barred even after the Hawaii Supreme Court decision, such as negligent infliction of emotional distress. That claim was barred. But the court found that the defamation claim and the false light claims were not barred.
So in that case, I mean, is it somewhat of a landmark decision?
Yes, in the sense that there was previous decisions by the Intermediate Court of Appeals that did bar those types of claims based upon workers' compensation. So the Hawaii Supreme Court reversed those decisions.
Now, as this thing develops, I'm assuming since it is going back to the trial court, more things will be developing over the next several months. And then we'd like to be kept abreast of it periodically, if that's okay.
Sure.
Will do.
Thank you. Thank you very much.